This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Monday, June 9th. Expect some thunderstorms in the Dallas-Fort Worth area this morning, and when those move out in the early afternoon, it will be a mix of sun and clouds and will warm up to 91. Cloudy and humid this evening with a low of 73. Here are today's headlines. Shades of hope and doubt swirled around Dallas City Hall last week when city officials unveiled a study that fortified the long-discussed HighSpeed Rail project as a billion-dollar economic engine for the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The report, commissioned by the Dallas City Council last year, estimates the Dallas to Houston bullet train would bring an average annual gain in gross domestic product of $5 billion and more than 28,000 new jobs to the region from 2029 to 2050. More than $3.5 billion and 20,000 jobs would be concentrated in Dallas, with increased economic output and personal incomes also seeing gains. The estimates are based on an assumed 4.3 million annual riders, but Dallas leaders have expressed doubt the region would realize the purported benefits after the U.S. Department of Transportation terminated a $63.9 million grant for the project, which is led by private entity Texas Central. The Department of Transportation, under President Donald Trump's administration, cited ballooning project costs as a risk for taxpayers. Texas Central announced plans more than a decade ago for a rail line to shuttle passengers from Dallas to Houston in about 90 minutes, compared to the 3.5-hour car trip on Interstate 45. Texas Central planned to model the bullet train after partner Japan Central Railway's system. In other news, thousands of electric customers in North Texas were without power Sunday night as a round of severe storms pounded the region. According to the Encore power outage map, Dallas County had just over 10,600 customers without power as of 7:30 this morning. In Tarrant County, 8,900 customers were in the dark. Collin County had 1,200 outages. Encore officials said in an email Sunday night, Encore team members, contractors, and vegetation management crews have been activated and are ready to respond to any necessary restoration work as soon as weather conditions safely allow. The strong line of storms brought winds of up to 70 miles per hour, torrential downpours, thunder, and lightning to the region. There were, however, no immediate reports of injuries or storm damage in Dallas-Fort Worth. Next up, 3 people were wounded Saturday in a shooting outside a Waffle House in Irving. Officers were dispatched about 6:15 a.m. to the 2000 block of East State Highway 356 near Fleming Avenue, where police said they found 3 people had been shot in the restaurant's parking lot. The victims, who were not publicly identified, were taken to the hospital. According to police, 2 of the victims sustained non-life-threatening injuries, while the third suffered a more serious injury. Police said Sunday they were searching for multiple suspects who fled the scene in a vehicle, but do not believe there is any ongoing threat to the public. No additional information about the shooting or potential suspects was immediately available. And a Dallas County jury awarded $9.45 million to a man who suffered injuries at Hotel Crescent Court while walking his dog. The verdict came after a week-long trial in the 162nd Judicial District Court, where jurors heard evidence that the hotel failed to secure or warn guests about a dangerous condition in its courtyard that led to James Shelton McClure's fall shortly after midnight on March 6, 2021. According to the lawsuit, the 74-year-old McClure and his wife were guests at the hotel in the wake of damage caused to their home by the historic winter storm in February 2021, which brought below-freezing temperatures and icy conditions that crippled the state's power grid, leaving millions of residents without electricity. While the McClures were walking their dog in the hotel's courtyard, McClure unknowingly stepped into an empty fountain basin that sits level with the concrete surface. The basin, approximately 2 feet deep, had been drained of water due to the freezing conditions. The area was unlit and lacked safety cones, barriers, or warning signs indicating the presence of the drop-off. As a result of the fall, McClure suffered orthopedic and neurological injuries. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.